Well, you find me back on Airfield Lake with possibly 3 nights at my disposal. I do have that sort of choice. Whether I use it or not, I don't know yet. We'll just have to see how I feel about things on that particular front. Just have to see where we go, really. Don't know. Set for 2. Always do 2, unless it's a complete disaster. Well, the wind is, what should we say, easterly. Not ideal. The temperature's going to be 20 degrees, but there is going to be an element of wind chill in that factor. Cold nights, even possibly a frost. High pressure. But with all that bad news, I can only hope that the sunshine warms these waters up more. The fish start getting a little bit more, spawning is coming. Need to have a bit of a feed and a munch. And they're a little bit more active, burn off a bit of energy, need some fuel, and that's all we can really sort of ask for, it, isn't it? And one of these rods rattles off. So that is all we can really sort of hope for. There's a few people around, not too bad. A few day anglers, a few night anglers. I'm actually on the sort of gate island that we call, which is as you sort of come in, there's a nice little island by the gate you go out on, across a wooden bridge, not too hairy. All pretty good, really. I've baited up in the normal fashion. Jurassic particles, hemp and buckwheat, load of boilie bites over the top, load of boilies over the top, and well, not too much, and small PVA bags, realistically. I'm not sort of going too crazy, and sort of similar fashion to what I did the last time, really. Just see how we get on. I'm not sort of too far out. I'm not going out towards the island. I find that just generally problematic. Just going out to a couple of spots I know. One left, one right. I've produced more fish on the left than I have on the right. Don't quite understand the difference in that one, but obviously there is. The right hand one feels slightly better than the left hand one, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows, really? But we're all set. Took me a while. Took me about nearly 4 hours to get everything all sort of sorted, done, pick a swim. I wanted to be at the back of the wind, but I wanted to be still in the wind, just to sort of get that ripple effect and everything on the water and things. So I didn't want sort of flat, calm water all the way out to the island in front of me. But there's a little bit of a ripple on there at the moment, which is good. It will come and go. So we'll see where we go, really. Fingers crossed. It's an absolutely gorgeous evening it is out there. Don't you think? Absolutely beautiful. Really is lovely. Sun going down. Haven't seen or heard anything, which is concerning. Had a few liners earlier which seem to have sort of settled down, which does make me feel the range I'm out, the fish are passing in between that distance. So what I might do is, a lot of the liners have been on that rod, so tomorrow I might stick the micro float back out there and see if I can find another the silty channel in between. If I'm really lucky, and the wind is blowing a little bit more from the east, I can drift me deeper out there. I'd quite like to do. In fact, I'd like to sort of chuck it that way, so I can drift it up past the island over there. So I just thought I saw something around here. There's a interesting spot over here to the right that I have caught fish off before. It's not overly productive. I just wondered, I don't know, whether sort of a tail pattern or something. Seeing if someone's setting up over there, but I think it's a Canadian goose. Not someone in a white t-shirt or something as bright as this. I didn't I forgot to actually change out of my gardening gear into my fishing gear, so I'm a bit off brand, as it were, at the moment. But I managed to bring my fleece, which is a bonus because it's going to be 3 or 4 degrees tomorrow morning. If I'm up and about, I'm going to need that. We'll see. Very good, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Nice to relax and nice to see or hear some fish though. They're a bit worrying, but that's all we can do in it, really. All we can do. All we can do, realistically. Oh wow. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Something comes along, don't you think? Well, good morning. 6:30 in the morning now. Sun's poking its head over the sorry, I was watching something, just wondering whether it was actually a carp or something, but I don't think it was. Yeah, it was a pop. Sun is poking its head up over the forest. Soon be on my bivvy, warming it up. Good bit of a breeze on the water, which I quite like. I had a few fish to the left of me last night, which is making me sort of think that it wasn't crashing, it was more sort of wallowing. Which is a bit of a worry. Been looking at the distances and things on my Google. Deeper map, to be honest with you, because you can measure it sort of where there, at which bit of water, whose bit of water stuff is. It's looking like a no man's land, unfortunately. I think the fish know it. It's a little bay to the left of me, which is exactly the same distance as from here to the island. The problem is that goes across the entrance of another bay, which people try and sort of cast out of a little bit. And by rights, they are casting into their water. That's why I always look at things as less number of wraps to that spot, is technically the spot that owns it. I know that's not always the case in some waters. That's how I sort of look at it when I'm looking at things. Yeah. sort of contemplating a bit of a move. Don't know. Gotta contemplate that one. But yeah, it's beautiful out there this morning, isn't it? It's beautiful out there this morning. Not quite early. I haven't really slept very well. Don't know why either. Funny old night. I don't think I'm quite happy where I am. Yeah. Problem is now, the swim next to Ian is more appealing than it was yesterday. But I didn't think this wind would have swung round so fast. I wasn't supposed to do this until tonight. Hey ho, the weatherman. But we're here now. I need to track this swim to a degree, I feel. It does produce some nice fish. I just need to build my confidence up in it. Actually heard a cuckoo today. Did hear a cuckoo the other day when I was gardening on Tuesday, so I know they're around. And yeah, it's good to hear. Anyway, I think it's time for a brew. I really do. Time for a brew. So, chill in the air is quite surprising. So, alright, we'll have a brew. What a splendid evening it is. It's been a long old day with no action, which isn't good. I've moved both the right and left hand rod in closer. Nothing has seemed to come my way yet. I have ironically seen fish out by the island now. So, yeah, teach me to move both rods. But anyway, I felt the fish were in closer last night, so that's why I've done it. And I can't see why things shouldn't change tonight. There's a fair chance it's going to be colder tonight, which may have some sort of effect on things, which will then make my mind up about what I'm actually going to do tomorrow. Ian popped over for a couple of brews today for a few hours and a good chat and things. He's had I think he's had 3 fish now, all 20s, so he's happy with that, which is good news. And yeah, it's looking, well, absolutely beautiful. Just going to the second night, hoping something changes. I might have just seen a fish roll over my right hand rod, so that would be good to see. Good to, yeah, who knows really. There we go. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to take some photographs of the sunset and bid you farewell. Wow. I don't know what to say really. Good morning. But what a disaster, really. Yeah. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's not quite embarrassing, but pretty much it's a bit. Should have caught something. Can't believe I haven't. Just totally don't know really. None of these things do happen and you just can't buy it sometimes, but wow. It's yeah. Don't know whether it's wrong swim choice. I've been switching around the baits a bit, but probably maybe not as much as I should have done. Don't know. I know I'm stuck in a bit of a quandary really, because these fish are at good weights at the moment, and yeah, I want to catch them when they're at their best weights. Going home wouldn't achieve that, but staying with how things are going at the moment, I'm not sure I'm going to achieve it anyway. I might just achieve 3-night blank, which is not ideal. Wind is northeast. The temperatures at night are just cold. Pressure's high. It's not great fishing weather, but it's frustrating that it's typical April weather, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, cold, fresh, frosty mornings, and yeah, clear blue sky. It's all weather you like in the winter, really. Nice little day out fishing and sitting in the sunshine and keep yourself lovely and warm, and you know, maybe catching a few carp. Yeah, but we don't get them. We just get grey and miserable, horrible days in the winter. But yeah, I should be, you know, should be full of it now. Get out, catch a few carp. Yeah, don't know what's gone on. I was up at 6:30 this morning. Maybe a lead's on, and yeah, banging about the corner of the island as close as I can get, because that's just something I haven't sort of tried really. Yeah, I know this swim's never been a great productive swim for me, but not ideal at all. But there we go. So I need to put some thought into this, on whether I, you know, knock it on the head, go home, come back all energised next week, which I will do anyway. Sitting out for a third night. Don't know whether I'll blank or whether I won't blank, which is worrying really. Try and move swim, so I'm not sure about either. Or yeah, don't know. I've got to think about it. So let's have another brew and get that thought process going. Right, a decision has been made, and that is I don't really want to be in this swim. I need to be in another swim. The problem is I don't really know which swim it is. This place is so big. I think I've come to the conclusion the best way of doing it is put the stuff in the cart, because I'm not going to stay in this swim, and I'm going to have to go and try and find a swim. I might have to wait for a swim. If I have to wait for a swim, well, I'll wait for a swim and then just literally plonk my bivvy up and fish for the night. Or if I just can't find anywhere I fancy, I'm already packed up, everything's in the car and bugger off home. So yeah, that is the plan. So hopefully you'll see me on the other side of this, set up another swim. If not, you'll see me sitting in the car heading home. But I think that is my best way forward, because the fish are at good weights, so I've just got to try and fish for these fish at good weights, and that's what I've got to do. And that's what I'm going to try and do. So let's get moving then. I shall see you later, folks. Cracking start to changing over swims. Joy. Right, I have moved swim. I've moved down to the bottom section of the syndicate, which I've not fished for a long time because I'm always worried and sceptical if this lake gets too busy with people, it don't fish very well. So I generally don't bother coming down here. But if you come down and it's empty, everyone piles in and surrounds you, and then you're sitting there thinking, I need to move. And if you come down here and you're like the fourth car in the car park, I don't bother either, because I just don't think it's worth the effort sometimes, to be perfectly honest with you. So there's one other guy on here at the moment doing a day. He does long days, so that's not too bad. So I won't get anyone into the right of me unless someone's prepared to wait until about 8-9 o'clock for him to go. And we'll just have to see. I had to do something. I didn't really want to go home, and I knew that. Didn't really want to stay in that swim, and I knew that. And the fish are at good weights, and I know that as well. So I've just got to carry on trying to do 3 nights a week until they spawn, which is really what I want to do. So hopefully that's what we'll manage to achieve. We'll just have to see. If it turns out to be a 3-night blank, well, I've made the effort. I've moved. And yeah, what I did notice while I was driving around and having a good old look about is the lake I was on, the water is incredibly clear all the way around it. This is as clear as it always is, and it is clear, this one. And the middle lake has got a bit of clarity to it as well, which is quite scary, to be perfectly honest with you. But there we go. The seagulls have come to. Not sure if I can show you that through there. Maybe do a bit of a zoomy. I can't zoom. It's a bit of a shame. But yeah, I often want to put a bait there, but it's just sort of out of my range. But there we go. Let me just stop and I'll show you through the tree. Well, I've finally got it all sorted. Well, the sides are still rolled up and wrapped up, but I'll do those later on, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, the wind's supposed to swing round at the moment. It's constantly blowing from the south. It's supposed to be southeast, but it sort of swings around and turns itself into south. So it's all blown up the end of the lake, which is really good. I'm feeling sort of quite confident of things at the moment. At some point it's going to swing round to the sort of north stroke northeast, I think, maybe, and a bit, I don't know, it's sort of numerous directions, but we'll see. You know, I'm quite confident. Interesting to see how many people end up on here as the evening progresses. But I've got my own little bit of water here, my own little bit of space, so hopefully I'm quiet and just keep myself to myself, and yeah, maybe something will come my way. Just have to see, really. But it looks good out there. I'm hoping for sort of like a 5:30, 6 o'clock bite, so I thought I'd just quickly do this and get myself settled down, tucked back up in here, so I'm a little bit away from my rods. So I don't want to spook anything that comes through the margins, and I'm not fishing the margins, but they, yeah, they'll soon see you in here, because it is pretty clear, so, yeah, not too bad. But, yeah, just hopefully, it will, pan out to be, quite a nice evening, really. Just to lift you up, swing you around, there we go. Looking gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. It ain't the biggest, but boy, it's taken me a lot of work to catch. Oh, and I'm happy I've not blanked, even though it's probably just over £10, but it's the effort it took me to catch it, really. But there we go, not going to complain. Beautiful. It's effort equals reward sometimes, and there we go. A lot of effort, nice bit of reward. Happy days. Look at that. White blank saver. A few pouchfuls. 15mm Energizer boilies. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, worth all that move. Worth tipping the barrow over. Beautiful. Happy with that. Very happy with that. Let's get it weighed, shall we, and see what he goes. Right. I'm happy with that. No question about this in life, is there? Oh, that stupid thing. Oh, there we go. Well, good morning from the bivvy. That sun has disappeared behind a bit of cloud, which is quite good. Unless you're me and you've got to head home, the conditions will be pretty good. Excuse me, doing a little bit of tooting around. I've got to I always try and dry me kettle out and my coffee pot out before I head home. I was going to sort of do it sort of facing in the bivvy so you can see me chatting, but you never know, I might still get some action. But it's not quite 9 o'clock yet, but coming up to 9 o'clock, so at 9 o'clock it is camp down and head home. I don't want to be late. I'm trying to do sort of 3 nights each week now up until they spawn, and then I'll probably go back to just doing 2 nights after that. I'll probably move on to the club water as well for a couple of weeks until they spawn on there, which last year was exactly the same time, so we'll see what happens there. I'm hoping the spawning coincides with my 2-week holiday. which it did nicely last year. And then I came back in June, and things were all good. And then, June. Where is the year going? Dear me, this place only just opened, and then just closed. It'll be soon be June the 16th again, and we'll be all spread out all over the lakes and rivers, which is good because everyone's crowded in there at the moment. It's surprisingly busy on here this week. I don't know why. Obviously, a few people are taking some time off, but I think I think the weather got everybody, really. There's a few fish being out, but people have had to work at it, including me. As you can see, I was rewarded about midnight by a 10-pounder, which I'm not going to complain about because that instantly saved the blank. I always sort of say it's not the carp's fault, but you pick your bait up, you reel in a 10-pounder and not a 30-pounder. And then about 3 and a bit hours later, I was rewarded with that lovely 24, so I'm quite happy about that. I was rudely awoken this morning by 7:30 by a tench, which is quite funny, because I thought I'd have caught more by now on here. That absolutely screamed off, literally ripped off. I thought it was another carp, couldn't believe it. I was sort of, whoa, fish number 3. I pulled into it, turned it to a tench. Well, it was fish number 3, but not carp number 3. There we go. It's a bit of a chill in the air this morning at the moment. So we shall see where we go next week and how it pans out next week, because I think this forecast for these easterly winds continues through next week as well, and high pressures. But I think that I'm always sort of, if the high pressure's sort of been around for a while, the carp know they've got to feed, and they're sort of acclimatised as such to the high pressure, and they'll get feeding. I'm not sure about the clear skies and the 20 degrees and the and everything else that comes with it, but we'll see. But yeah, beautiful morning, absolutely perfect. No idea if there's a frost, but it was, well, because I was on edge a little bit last night. I didn't lift my sleeping bag up. It took me a while, and I kept throwing the covers off the top as well for some stupid reason. I woke up cold a couple of times, silly fault, but there we go. My feet aren't very happy at the moment this morning, so that doesn't surprise me. To be honest with you, I don't know if I haven't got my little carry a little bit of an offcut of it's not an offcut of carpet. You go to the carpet shop and they'll sell it, and they'll give you those little square bits, aren't they? And I usually sit there with my feet on that, which sort of helps the cold getting through and my feet warm up. This time of year, I wouldn't say it doesn't help in the winter one bit, but there's definitely, I've got the door open at the moment, there's a nip in that wind, it really is. We shall see. Right, I shall say, well, you can see the sun slowly just poking through, the reflections going under my rods. Beautiful. Right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and work at it, and it sometimes does pay off, and hope you had a little wee bit more success from me.